Hi everybody! So, I'm going to do a progressive rock review today for a band I think everyone should check out, and that is Porcupine Tree. Now, Porcupine Tree has been around for almost 20 years, actually a little longer if you include before they actually put out records through a record label. They've been around even longer. Basically, they are masterminded and headed up by Steven Wilson, who is the main singer, songwriter, producer, and guitar player for the band. And yeah, they have an amazing sound, and it's only recently, in the past few years, that they've started to get some more press, financial success, and they actually cracked the top 20, I believe, on album sales on Billboard for their latest album that came out in the fall called The Incident.
But after a while you realize time flies.
Yeah, they're one of those bands that are so good that you don't understand why they haven't made it big yet. They should be playing stadiums, basically. And it's kind of similar sound to they're kind of a mixture of different things. I would say kind of like a mixture of Pink Floyd, a little bit of Tool, some Yes, and maybe some Rush, although and Radiohead, although the influences are so diverse and so well put together in the stew that you can't really identify a lot of them single-handedly when you listen. It's kind of its own sound, and I would say that's probably the greatest thing about the band, is that they have their own sound despite these I mean, Steven Wilson says, hey, these are the main influences, and I'm not ashamed to admit them. So they kind of take a lot of the old stuff from the past and make something new with it. And the production qualities are absolutely amazing. Steven Wilson is a self-taught producer who started mixing his own cassette tapes and everything on a reel-to-reel recorder when he was just a kid. And so he's very hands-on in his approach, and it really comes through with this mastery of studio craft, especially the past 10 or 15 years. He just gets better and better. So definitely check him out. They've kind of gone through different periods in their sound. The first 2 or 3 albums were heavily Pink Floyd influenced, but also with trance and techno music a little bit also. Very psychedelic, very spacey, and with often extended and improvised tracks. About around the time of their 3rd or 4th album, it got more of a band sound with full-time regular band members, and got more of a basic rock sound with shorter songs in general. And yeah, and since then they've just managed to evolve as a band, and they've went through periods where they had more acoustic sounding stuff, more lighthearted material, but they've always had a very melancholy sound also. the Radiohead comparisons are pretty spot on as far as like the overall feeling of the lyrics and tone, I think.
Nothing is what